Hey ho, welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. Do you see what I did there with the little prankster comet loom? Anyway, the point is, the prankster comet decided to move back to Freeze Flame Galaxy, so I'm starting off the episode here, watching him steal more of my star bits because he keeps moving the prankster comet to Freeze Flame Galaxy. Please get that thing out of my sight. I want to play the final star that I have to do in that galaxy, okay? Thank you. Anyway, last time I almost completed Freeze Flame Galaxy. One more star to do there, and we're actually going to be finishing up the bedroom in this episode. We don't have that much more in this game. This is the fourth, I almost said terrace, dome. It's the fourth dome, and there are only like 6 domes in this game, so we are getting close. But enough of that talk, let's finish up Freeze Flame Galaxy, and a very fitting, okay, thank you for not working there for a second, Pointer. Anyway, the point is, this last star in Freeze Flame Galaxy is actually pretty fitting, because of one reason only. We've been dealing with ice and fire separately up until now, but right here, hot and cold collide. I didn't mean for that to be, like, such a good transition. I thought it was going to be kind of choppy, because that's usually how it works, but apparently not. It's called luck, my friends. I'm not going to say skill, because I actually did not know the name of the mission, but that worked out pretty well. Anyway, the point is, instead of just being a crappy reuse again, where they put star bits, not star bits, my apologies, they put little star pieces on this galaxy, or on this planetoid. This planetoid has actually been completely changed. There's fire and lava everywhere. Fireballs are shooting out of these small stars, and what you have to do is completely dodge them, which is a bit harder to do when you're very impatient like me. Honestly, in all honesty, dear God, the point is that's not a very hard area to get by. This upcoming area is a little bit more difficult, but it's, again, not that bad. So, in other Mario games, if you've played them, you most likely have seen a lava rising mechanic, especially in the new Super Mario Bros. Series. In World 8, they usually have a rising lava mechanic, or you kind of have to avoid the lava, as it's engulfing the platform you're standing on. This is the exact same thing, except this time it's with cold water. So it's a little bit different, and honestly, it's not as deadly. The cold water is not an insta-kill. I've already talked about what the cold water does. It's a little bit of a nuisance, but it's actually killed me quite a few times. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bad at this game. Please don't beat me up and steal my lunch money just because I'm bad at Mario Galaxy. It's happened before. I don't want it to happen again. Thank you very much. I don't know what I'm even talking about. I assume that I'm going to need Fire Mario. Luckily, if you just have your toes into the water, Mario isn't going to get frostbite in his legs or anything. He's going to be just fine. But if you are fully submerged, swimming in the water, yeah, you're kind of screwed. There's no way out of it. I apologize if my audio is kind of up and down and all around, all over the place. Sorry for the obligatory Sonic reference. But the point is, I'm sorry if it's not the best. There's a reason for that. I haven't been able to record in a long time, so I don't know the exact placement of my microphone, or at least what it was, so my apologies. So that's a very interesting planet, but over here we have, oh, look at what I was just talking about, the lava mechanic. Thank you for the coin, I really actually did need that. So you can tell where the lava is actually going to rise, because unlike the water, it leaves a little mark on the area. So in the water part, you can figure out where you're going to be safe because there's no snow where the water was. But in the lava section, it's a bit more difficult to do that. Still not that difficult, but a little bit harder. My apologies about that. Anyway, the point is, there are some urchins here again, the ones I really don't like. Luckily, they die in fire, which is kind of weird. I guess they just did a redesign of the urchins that you saw in the more traditional Mario urchins. And I say that because they were in Mario World, New Super Mario Bros. Anyway, the point is they're purple, and they have little pointy things. These guys are fuzzy. They still have pointy things, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I just don't know why they had that entire redesign. I could technically just avoid these, but I don't want to do that, because that's called breaking the game, and man, that's not what I want to do. Honestly, breaking the game's kind of fun, though. Oh, great. That was not my intention. Okay. That was very... I'm not doing the best job here. Oh, wait, what? I thought I was safe. Come on. Luckily, in cutscenes like this, the lava doesn't rise, but you have to be pretty quick to get off of that section, because if you don't, you're gonna be burnt like I was 5 seconds ago. So pretty much the point of going there is to get the fire flower too. Fun fact, go light those little torches. It's really not that different of a concept, but I think it's really cool going back and forth between a planet that's half and half. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And we're finally on the last stretch. So we used Fire Mario already, but what about Ice Mario? And how are we exactly going to get over those little lava platforms? Well, it's actually pretty simple. So pretty much, Ice Mario can't just walk on water, or he doesn't just walk on water, he can also walk on lava, which is pretty dang cool. So right here, it's a really nice platforming challenge. I think it's exceedingly cool, and pretty much all you have to do is be fast enough to get over the lava without Ice Mario, almost said Fire Mario, Ice Mario running out, because if you're not fast enough, well, you're kinda dead. This section can be a little bit difficult if you're not the best at platforming. Really, it's not too tough. Just keep swinging your Wiimote, get as far as you can, as fast as you can, and you should be fine. You can also take little shortcuts like, that. Luckily, ground pounding is perfectly fine. You don't break through your ice block or anything. So if you're about to fly off the edge, ground pound. Remember, the ground pound is always there and it's always your friend, especially with Ice Mario. Because in midair, it's very, very difficult to control yourself and to actually pull back and knock off a ledge. So just, if you're going too fast, ground pound. That's my best advice. So that's that. Freeze Flame Galaxy is completely done with. Well, not completely, but relatively done with. It's back. You must really like Freeze Flame Galaxy. But anyway, the only thing we have left to do here, other than that secret star, which I'm never gonna do, fun, is Bowser's Dark Matter Plant. If my freaking pointer would work. Hello? Hello? There we go. Fixed the problem. Anyway, that kind of ruined the climactic advance into Bowser's Dark Matter Plant, but whatever. It's just the World 4 boss, but I will say, this level is fantastic. Darkness on the Horizon is a level I've gone back to many a time. While I haven't gone back and completed this game multiple times, just because I don't really want to do that, it's a relatively long game, and I don't really spend a lot of time sitting down playing games anymore. I usually play games on the go. That's why I've beaten Mario 64 DS more than this game, even though I like this game more. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I played a lot of levels through again when I was younger, even though I didn't go back and beat the game again. This is one of those levels that I loved as a kid and love to this day. This is not lava. This is what's called dark matter. It's another substance which is much more deadly than everything we've seen up to this point, because if you fall in it, you're actually gone. You just disintegrate. I think it's amazingly dark for a Mario game. It's probably not that bad. Mario's just losing a life. It's nothing crazy. So right there, I kind of messed up that platforming challenge. Luckily, I've played this game more than once, so I know I can backflip and spin, because that actually does solve almost all your problems in this game. This here is a pole. Pretty self-explanatory. Unlike Mario 64, it is only 4-directional. By the way, these are not just holes. You will not just fall and die. That's dark matter. You will also just disintegrate if you touch those, so be a little bit careful. I think, honestly, purple is one of my favorite colors. It goes blue and then purple and then something else. Green, maybe? I don't know. The point is, I love the color scheme of this planet. It's fantastic. Also, the dark matter is just so cool. It has such a cool effect. Man. Really avoiding the dark matter isn't that difficult. It's very possible that you'll accidentally bump into it, but you really shouldn't be having too many struggles with this level. Then again, if you're new to the game, you might have struggles with this level. I don't know. I've been playing this game for a long time, so I can't really say what's hard and what's easy, to be honest. Though in all honesty, this entire game is pretty easy. I won't say anything about it's hard. I really, whenever I play this game, have a relatively calm time playing through it. There's nothing difficult about it. So right here, something I've neglected to talk about is the gravity mechanic. As you can see, I'm on platforms that have different little alcoves, and pretty much I have to get into the right area so I will not die and fall into dark matter when the gravity actually switches. It's a pretty interesting concept, and I love the way it's done. Honestly, there's nothing really amazing done with it. It's relatively simple. There are arrows showing you exactly how the gravity is going to change, so it's not like this is kind of annoying or they didn't telegraph what you're supposed to do well. It's a very easy section, so you probably shouldn't have that many problems with it. And we're finally getting close to the end. Breaking out that Luma will somehow make stairs appear? I don't know. And without further ado, let's see that big baddie again. What? It's you? That's it, Mario. I'm gonna stomp you into space bits. Alright. All bite and no bark, it seems. I say that because he got into it really fast. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of the games that go like, oh, gotta give 50,000 text boxes of explanation before a boss battle. It's nice and simple, and it works well. Anyway, Bowser has a new attack. Honestly, this is just a reused boss fight. Every single Bowser boss is pretty much the exact same thing, and it's getting you ready for something that you'll see later on in the future. So it's nothing really special, but he does actually add a few attacks later on. One that you've already seen, his Dark Matter Spin. Apparently he's infused into his fist, so that's kind of cool. I guess that's the point of this plant, but it's a massive castle, or a massive plant, for that reason, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. That's just me making assumptions. I don't know if that's actually the case, but... Anyway, last hit is not different from any of the other hits. Again, Bowser's relatively simple. Honestly, I think the Bowser Jr. boss fights are more interesting because, well, they're different. The Bowser boss fights are all really the same. There's nothing special going on here. Essentially, just avoid a bunch of different projectiles and you should be fine. And he missed it just barely. Great. Come on, you're so freaking close. Some of the fireballs can be kind of close, so you do actually want to find the best spot to slide into them. Oh, okay. Honestly, the best way to get away from his spin, because it's really fast, is doing the long jump. If you find another way to do it, though, it's fine. I just like doing it with the long jump. It's easiest, and it takes up the less... It doesn't take that much skill. It's pretty simple. Anyway, let's hit him one last time and get that grand star he's holding. Not bad. I guess I chose the right guy to be my arch enemy. At least you always put up a fight. That's it. But it's too bad for you, because my master plan is almost complete. Tough luck, Mario. Master plan. Something I might as well mention right now is this story is still go save the princess, but there's a little extra thing added into it. It's not just steal the princess for no reason. There's a motive. Well, not really to steal the princess. He's just stealing the princess for, like, no reason. But there is actually something else. Another motive to stop Big Bad Bowser. But with that Grand Star, we have restored more power to the observatory. Ooh, what a pretty blue. I forgot about that. As you can see, an upper part of the observatory is now accessible, so we're gonna be going there pretty dang soon. We have ascertained the location of your special one. Please take a look at the circle at your feet. That number represents the power stars you need to reach the center of the universe. That number will decrease with each power star you recover. And when it reaches 0, the Comet Observatory will regain full power and fly as a starship again. And then, we will be able to reach the center of the universe. So now we actually have a number to work for. We're not just grabbing, random stars. We actually do have a number that we have to work towards. 12 more stars, and we are getting to the center of the universe where Princess Peach is, but we're not going to be doing any more this episode. It's already been, 18 million minutes, so with that being said, in the engine room, I just spoiled it for you being opened up, that's going to be the end of this episode. Next time we're moving to the engine room, but until then,